what it do? The king is back. Let's go. God needs to be reawakened within man. He was born with power and wisdom, with a powerful spirit and fears no one. But his uncontrolled desire for pleasure got the best of him.
Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good.
Woo!
I'm the best ever.
Welcome to Man's Superpower. Feel your power, bro. Man's Superpower.
So, David, let's go. Get after your goals. Make that money today. Let's go.
Feel your power.
Man, I owe you the world right now, dude. Like, I think your services are way undervalued.
He is the most interesting man in the world.
This is a crazy ass testimony.
I've been brought back from the dead to speak with you. A day on Semen Retention is magical. Welcome to Man's Superpower. Feel your power, bro.
Feel your power, bro.
I am king. Welcome to Men's Superpower. We will not stop. We cannot stop. Don't you understand? We cannot stop. You don't understand that? I cannot be stopped. And I will not stop on my own because the universe has mandated me to do this work. The universe has called me to do this work. Don't you get it? I got it. I am back. Men's Superpower TV. What's up, guys? I see you. I appreciate all the beautiful words so far in the chat. I am right here, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's do it. How you guys doing today? Tuesday, August 17th, 2021. What's up, kings? You are king. Remember, stay in your kingdom. John Roundtree, what up? NB, what up? All my friends in the house. Roundtree, thank you, appreciate you. Dahir, Amy. Hey, sorry if I mispronounced it. Thank you. I'm glad that you have discovered this channel. This channel is lit. No, I'm not being egotistical. The universe has put this fire inside of us. We have a fire inside of us. The fire of our semen. The fire of our life force. Woo! So we are lit. Thank you. What's up, brothers? Today we will be talking about, as you see, the next step from semen retention. What do we do next? Where do we go from here? Where do we take our practice from here? Is there a next step from semen retention? Is there a level up from semen retention? Is there something greater than semen retention? Or is there something that we can slap on top of semen retention? We have moved from PMO to nofap, now semen retention. We have the energy, we have the power, we have the clarity, we have the magnetism, we have the self-confidence, we have the presence, we have the memory, we have the robust health. Now, what do we do with that? What do we do with this whole package? I've always said, and I still believe, that semen retention is a tool. It's a masculine tool for excellence. I believe wholeheartedly that semen retention is a tool for masculine excellence. This is what we are to use to level up. This is what we are to use to become all that we have ever wanted to become. This is what we are to use to start those projects, to work on that dream, to accomplish those goals that we could never attempt to do when we were on PMO. Because now we have our souls back. Because now we have our minds back. Now we have our self-confidence back. We have our energy back. Where do we go from here? I have some insights to share with you. I have some ideas to share with you. Oh my God, I'm happy. Oh my God, I'm excited. Woo! You don't understand the life that I feel in me. I was once dead and now I am alive. Ronnie Fargo, what up? Joe W. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mellow, my brother, what's up? You inspire me a lot. Thanks. Let's throw these things on the screen. Hold on, bro. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go. Let's put these beautiful comments on the screen for the people to see. There we go. Right here. What is it? 50-inch LCD screen. That's where that's my monitor now. I can see myself on big screen. We're making lots of progress. Thank you, Amy. Oh, the hard Amy. I'm hoping. Thank you. Roundtree, welcome back. It's good to see you again, my brother. I am happy to be back. NB, one of my special people in the world, one of my special men in the world. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for being here. You are a hero. You are a king in your own right. Mellow. Thank you. Appreciate that. That was my goal. That's what the universe birthed me for. To inspire you guys, because I've been inspired by the many guys who came before me, and now I'm only returning the favor. And we are grateful for that, for the opportunity to return the favor. Indeed. And so, as I spend time on Reddit, hold on. Joe W. What up? It's good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Ronnie Fargo, my man. Woo! I'm gonna check the Cash App soon. You know, I put my Do Not Disturb on. There we go. My man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll check it soon. I have this one hater. I never wanted to believe that I had a hater, that I have haters. But I have this one hater. Ever since I started this channel, I coached this one man who turned out to be the bad apple in the bunch. So he's had my phone number, he's had my emails, and ever since he's been texting me nasty stuff, calling me all kind of nasty names. That's my first time actually saying that. And these days when I'm live, he's calling my phone live while I'm live, and he's texting me saying, you need to get off live right now. You, the N word, you need to get off live right now. He's just hating on me. He just hates the fact that I'm helping men become free. He just hates the fact that we're doing this great work for masculine excellence. Who cares? Fuck him. Who cares, bro? I cannot be stopped. Dude, you're wasting your time. I can't be stopped. You can't stop this. This is bigger than you. This is bigger than your ego. This is bigger than you forget about you, bro. Nah, bring it on. Meet with me one-on-one. I got guys. I got niggas. Meet with me one-on-one. Oh, man. Forget about it. We'll have them counting holes. But we can't stop this work, bro. This is the work of the universe. This is the work of the universe. And I believe in the brotherhood. So, forget about that. Triller, Psychedelica. My man. Yes, it's that same man. It's that same man, Ronnie. It's that same man. Correct. That same man. Last time I wasn't live. Guys, as you come in, like the live for me. Last time I was live, he texted me asking me to get off live. Oh, you N-word, get off live. You know, whatever, get off live. I'm worried about it. It's been over a year, correct. So that means this guy has not created a life for himself for over a year. Trilla Psychedelicia. Oh, come on. I know your name. Why am I messing it up right now? What's up, bro? Thank you for the comments. You've been sending some good comments in. I appreciate you. Currently in a workout at the moment. Hope the video will be, it will be out later. And check it out. That live would be available. We're talking about transmutation. What is the next step from semen retention? If we've been on semen retention for 3 months, 6 months, a year, it doesn't matter. And I don't mean one shot, because you can't do this practice one shot. You're gonna fail. Well, it's not even failure. You're gonna have many relapses. We all have been through it. The relapses are part of the journey. We need to accept them graciously. We need to work with them. We need to learn from them. But we've been on the journey. We've also experienced what is called the compounding effect. It doesn't matter if you have had relapses. You have been accumulating the benefits of SR. I want to open your mind to this tonight, bro. It doesn't matter that you've been relapsing. If you've retained at all over a long period of time, by the law of a compounding effect, you have been compounding some benefits. So you feel more present, more energetic, more alive, more magnetic. Your mind is more stable. Your emotions are more stable. Your psychology is more grounded. So you have incurred some benefits. Okay? And now, 3, 4, 5, 6 months later, 1 year, 1 year and a half, 2 years later, what do we do now? Where do we go from this point on? The next step, really truly, is transmutation. Is really engaging and activating the laws of the universe, the law of attraction, the law of rhythm, the law of vibration. It's really now that we have this energy, now that we have this dynamism inside of us, now that we can hold our thoughts on one thing for a long period of time, we activate the laws of the universe. We activate the laws of vibration, manifestation, rhythm, polarity. Now we need to get into the mysteries so we can learn to manifest a better life. That's the next step. We transmute the energy. We take the same resources that we used to use to PMO. That is time, effort, energy, money, presence, attention. We take those same resources right now on SR and we apply those resources towards an endeavor, and we apply those resources towards chasing dreams, accomplishing goals, acquiring spiritual states and material things, of course, because we need material things to live this world. So some of us are going to use some of the resources to elevate ourselves, to elevate our consciousness, to become better men, to think better, to connect with the universe better. And some of us are going to do that, as well as acquiring materialistic things, a house, a better apartment, better cars, better money, going back to school, getting into our life purpose. We want to use the same resources, the same time, attention, because now that you're no longer PMOing, you have a lot of time on your hands. You have a lot of attention on your hand. And some of you who used to pay for videos or even, OnlyFans account, now you have extra money available for investment, extra money available for you to do something with. The next step from SR. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of times doing my coaching, what I have found out is guys would relapse simply because they haven't seen what's next. Because this human spirit is always asking, where do we go from here? What are we going to do? The human spirit is always really looking forward to the grand expansion, pushing the horizon. And so this is your next step, brothers. Your next step, as you come in, like the video for me, guys. Send me a few more likes. Yes, this gentleman has a problem. I just got a phone call, and I believe that was him. A couple of phone calls just now, but my phone is on do not disturb. So, yeah, this guy has been trying to stop God's work. He can't do that. Yeah. So, how would one feel on day 7 versus month 7? Great question, based on my personal experience. Let me see. Let me make sure that I'm not missing any great comment. We have Trilla. Yeah, there we go. We got that. Day 7. Hang on a second. All right. Day 7 versus month 7. Oh, quite a difference, bro. Quite a magnificent difference. Day 7, the only thing that's beautiful about day 7 is the joy and the excitement of experiencing higher energies for the first time, or at least in a long time. That's really what day 7 is about. Day 7, as I like to call the early stage of semen retention, the butterfly stage. It's almost like the same as falling in love when you were young, like when we were teens. When we were teens and we fell in love, I fell in love with a girl at 12. I was 12 years old. And oh my God, I didn't eat. I didn't do anything. All I was thinking was the girl. I had found gold. I had found pearls. And I felt the butterfly in my belly. What I experienced with SR in the early days was the same thing. Oh my God, I have found a practice that seems to promise that my life can be corrected, that I can get my life back. And so I got excited. And automatically, within 24 hours, you feel the change in your body. You feel the increase of energy. You feel the slowing down of your emotions. You feel the presence, a certain amount of presence coming over you. That's 7 days. And of course, at the same time, too, you still have doubts whether you'll be able to carry out this practice, whether you'll be able to stay on this practice, because your mind is going to present you with resistance. Man, are you really going to be able to stay on this journey? Besides feeling the initial energy spike and being excited about the practice, there's not much there. Month 7, hell yeah. You've had many relapses, but you've also been full of energy. Your emotions have been corrected to a certain extent. You've been more present. You've been more magnetic. And in 7 months, I dare to say that you have been able to manifest certain, small things in your life. You have begun to see, oh my God, my life can really be beautiful. By month 7, you are convinced that PMO is not the way to live life. And although you have had many relapses, you also feel like this is the journey for me. I am on the right path. I am on the right journey. I must stay on this journey. And the greater benefits are you actually begin to look into real life, spending less time online and perhaps more time into the real world, going out there to pick up your food or eat outside instead of ordering food to come to your place. You understand? Making eye contact with people, saying hi when you go in public. It's the true beginning of true change in your life. Yeah. And so as we get to month 7, right? What do you do? Yeah, you've had a few relapses, but you are convinced this is the journey that you want to stay on. And you are also enjoying some of the benefits. You have the energy, you have the presence, you have the magnetism to a certain extent. You have a better self-confidence. You have a better eye contact power. You have a greater capacity to sit down, research, read, compile, and create some work. What do you do now? You begin to transmute the energy. Now, during the 7 months, transmutation could simply be going to the gym, running, working out, meditating, because you need something to use the physical part of the energy. You need physically exhaustive activities to use the energy in you. But you get to a point where now you have to take that energy to the next level. And it's more than the energy. It's the presence that you have now, the magnetism that you have now, the clarity of mind, the clarity of thought that you have now, the conviction that you have now. You understand? The attention that you are able to pay now, the focus that you are able to develop now. Those are the same tools that successful people use to have their success. Well, now on SR, you're experiencing the same things. You are present. You are magnetic. You feel powerful. You feel like you can focus on a task for a long period of time. You can research for a long period of time. Now we take those tools, we apply them towards a dream and goals and aspirations to level up our lives, to basically reclaim the life that PMO took from us, to basically make us what we should have been or could have been or would have been had it not been for PMO. It's a redemptive work. We set ourselves back on track. And I beg, or I dare say that on SR, you can accomplish much greater dreams and goals than you could, even if you never got into PMO. Because here is the truth. If you never were addicted to PMO, perhaps SR wouldn't interest you, wouldn't have interested you, right? I know guys who are not addicted to PMO that I've talked to in the real world, and I have proposed SR to them, and they're like, you know what, I mean, yeah, I understand I can hold my stuff back, my energy back for a couple of days. Yeah, I do feel the extra energy, but I don't quite feel motivated as to turn this thing into a practice. But the rest of us who got hurt by PMO, the rest of us whose lives got destroyed by PMO, when we found SR, it wasn't a tool to level up. It was a salvation, wasn't it? It was a salvation. It was something that we needed to do to save ourselves from self-destruction. It was something we needed to do, oh my God, to stop killing ourselves, to stop looking ugly, to stop looking like slouching, and stop having low energy, and stop being emotional, to stop being losers, essentially. That's what SR was for us in the beginning stage. But now that we've been on it for so long, it doesn't matter if it's 7 months or 5 years or 5 months. It doesn't matter. If you've been practicing this thing for over 3 months, you need to transmute. Now that we have known the benefits, it's time that we come up with a dream. I like to say, revisit your childhood dream. Get yourself into a state of meditation and revisit your childhood dream. What is it that you've always wanted to do? What is it that you've always wanted to become? When you were a child, remember how we children like to say, when I grow up, I want to be. What was your, when I grow up, I want to be, when you were a boy? Go and connect back with that. You can meditate and tap back into that consciousness and take on that mindset again and pursue that dream. Well, if you can't do that and you've never had a dream, this is the time to pick up a dream. Come up with a dream. It's arbitrary. You can just do it on your own. You don't need nobody to tell you to do it. You don't need any, well, you might need guidance, but you can decide what dream or goals that you're going to pursue from this point on. It's all up to you. Because unless you have a particular dream and a set of goals to pursue on this journey, you will have more frustrations and perhaps more relapses, I dare to say, than a man who has a dream and goals that he's pursuing, that he's applying the benefits of SR towards. Because when we have that focus, it's easier to stay on track. It's easier to remember why we started. And in the self-development world, we often hear, remember why you started. When it gets hard, remember why you started. So without a dream and goals to pursue, when you get strong urges, or you will get to a place where your own mind will ask you, what's the point? What's the point in going 3 months without busting? What are we doing? I mean, are we keeping ourselves from enjoying some pleasure in life? Then if you have dreams and goals, you're going to be like, no, I love feeling powerful. I love feeling dynamic. I'm addicted to feeling this way. And I have some goals that I want to accomplish. I need my presence. I need my attention. I need my strength. I need my higher cognitive functions to remain keen so that I can accomplish this goal, so that I can work on this dream. You will have a why. That's the next level from semen retention. I like to say, and I'm saying, semen retention is not the end. Semen retention is a tool to level up, to create masculine excellence in your life. Imagine, brother. Imagine this. A friend of mine and I went to lunch yesterday, and we went to do a takeout. And the lady prepared our lunches, and it's a little box, and she wrote our names on the box. on the boxes, but she didn't ask me what my name was because I was away, taking those little sauces on the side. And I think she wrote my friend's name on his backs. I think she asked him or something. But she wrote this on my backs without asking me what my name was. And she wrote, the king on my backs. My friend says, you can't trash this backs. You need to eat the food from it, sterilize it, and keep it as memory. And that's what I did. And I made a short on that yesterday. And my friend was like, whoa, David, she wrote the king on your backs. How did she know you go by King, David? How did she know that I am the king? How did she know that men and women in my life call me king? Because that's how I see myself. And that's how I adapt David's name, which is the biblical King David in the Bible. David King. How did she know? We asked her and she was like, I don't know. I just feel like you're a king. I just saw it in you. I think she felt it. And my friend said he's been there before. She's intuitive. She's sort of like spiritual, older woman, and she's intuitive. But this is the kind of experience that happens, right? People are willing to serve me more than before. You know how you go to a place and you ask for an item, a product, and then you say, just point me into that direction. Tell me which aisle I can find that product. These days, bro, they walk me to the aisle. And I'm like, no, just tell me the aisle. I'll go. They walk me. No, I'll walk you there. People are willing to assist me with a problem from beginning to end. You know how you go somewhere for some service where a certain employee can begin to help you, but they don't seem to be motivated to finish helping you. These days, people start and finish with me. Men lock eyes with me and say, how you doing, brother? You would think that I've met them before. Women lock eyes. Of course, you know what they're looking for. They're looking for the energy. There is a certain respect in the man's face when he sees me. It's almost like, oh my God. It's almost like the Lion King and then all the lions in the animal kingdom just behave in a certain way, like the king is around. You can see it. It's a consciousness thing. It's an energy thing. And so what are we going to do with all that? Well, we want to focus ourselves, focus our minds, and work on worthy dreams, worthy goals, dreams and goals that are going to impact people, that are going to change people's lives, that are going to make the world better and make our lives better in the process as well. My man, I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Joe W. I appreciate that. And yes, that was the experience yesterday with the lady writing King on the backs. Okay, so the question is, what are we going to do with this new found beauty, this new found energy, power? We want to use this new man. We want to use this new energy. We want to use this new power. We want to use this new presence to work on worthy ideals. What is your worthy ideal, my friend? Talk to me. What is that one thing that you believe is worthy pursuing? What is that one aspiration that you believe is worthy going after? Wouldn't it be beautiful to apply all of the benefits of SR towards that? and attempt to accomplish that, I know you can accomplish it. I'm just saying attempt modestly. What is that one thing that's always been dear to your heart? Turn your attention towards it. Get off Facebook. Limit your time on IG. Unless you're watching cat videos on YouTube, binge YouTube if you're only watching, well, mostly watching documentaries and learning stuff. I love YouTube. I'm addicted to YouTube. That's one social media. Because I've learned so much on YouTube. Personal development wise, operating, I've learned all these equipments and whatever, all this work that I'm doing. So, YouTube, if you can have one social media, let it be YouTube. But I understand the other social media, I like to be on IG because I follow a lot of pages that have great quotes and great videos and stuff. And every once in a while, one or two IG models, I'm at the place right now where I'm not triggered, so I'm good. I can follow a boutique where they have lots of different models modeling the clothes, sexy, beautiful clothes. So, but not you, based on where you are, because if you can still be triggered, by seeing clothes in a body, don't go. But the point is, limit your consumption of those apps and put your energy now towards that ideal, that one thing that you've always wanted to accomplish. Because you can sit down with SR. I like to say SR is an engine. Who puts an engine sitting somewhere? Who let an engine sit? Well, I'm gonna tell you who. The manufacturer and the places that sell engines are the only places that have engines sitting on a shelf. You hear me? I think the manufacturers of engines that have engines for sale are probably the only place where engines are sitting on the shelves. And you know why? They're waiting for people to buy them. But I don't think anybody will have an engine and let it sit somewhere. No, maybe they'll sell it if they don't have a need for it no more. But an engine needs to be put in a car, because an engine is a powerful, controlled explosion. It's a powerful tool sitting down. It's a tool that can help move things, people, that can help you go from point A to point B. And so SR is an engine. SR is a rocket. You're sitting on a dynamo. You're sitting on a rocket. You're sitting on a powerful machine. And so if you want to avoid another bound of depression, if you want to avoid idleness, confusion, I recommend and suggest that you pick up a new dream for yourself. You come up with new goals and you pursue those. That's the only way you're going to have more joy and more happiness on SR. Because, for example, right, as you hold the energy for a long time, you will inevitably get to a place where you feel like, your psyche will make you feel like, damn, I'm just holding all this energy and what am I to do next? It's going to feel somewhat aimless, and your own mind will say, well, what are we doing? It won't hurt to just bust a nut here and there. And of course, once you start doing that without any schedule, you're gonna go down. And so if you want to maintain that dynamism in your life, if you want to maintain that power in your life, if you want to maintain that joy, that sense of significance, that sense of magnetism, you have to be working towards something. Remember, as men, creating things, making things happen Working with others is where we find significance. Men thrive off significance while women thrive off relationships. Men ought to be working on things with other men, with other people, building things, making things happen. When a man gets into his life purpose, he finds significance. Significance makes you psychologically and emotionally independent. It makes you believe in you. It makes you become self-reliant. It centers you. It creates peace in your life. It cures. Here's the big one. Significance, life purpose and significance cures neuroses in you. It cures neuroses. People or men who are on their life purpose, men who are pursuing a worthy goal, a worthy ideal, a worthy dream, are less neurotic. It's a psychological process. Yeah, we can break it down and see what happens in the mind, but it's a psychological process. If you're pursuing something that you love, if you're pursuing something that's worthy, if you're blessing people, if you're touching hearts, if you're changing men's lives, if you're building things, if you're making progress, you are less neurotic. How do you like that? Men who are working on a plan experience higher levels of self-esteem, better self-image, a sense of self-reliance, and they are less neurotic. We want that for you. I want that benefit for you. You can only get it if you are focusing, if you focus your energies on a particular goal. What's up, fellas? Send me a couple of questions. Send me a couple of questions. I hope Thank you, Joe W. I hope that this nugget of wisdom will open your eyes or will inspire you and motivate you to look at your SR journey from a different perspective. Because sometimes all we need, if not most of the time, is a different perspective, a different ways of seeing things. A lot of times that's all we need, a different way of seeing things. If you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. We are all about personal empowerment, masculine excellence. That's what I talk about. That's what I stand for. That's what I've accomplished in my life. Coming from a weak, confused, all over the place, neurotic, emotional man, to a strong, powerful, well-established psychologically and mentally, focused, pursuing a particular worthy goal and dream, a man who can stand up for himself, a man who can respectfully makes his point. He can stand up for himself and demand or command respect. And when respect is still not given, now he demands it. We are all about personal empowerment. We are kings, and we are to behave as such. We are to live as such. Subscribe for more. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one, there's a Patreon link in the description box. Go and check out the tiers. They're all one-on-one coaching tiers. Check them out, see which one fits you, and sign up, and you will be talking to me soon. Yes, indeed. Yes, it's my preferred software. It's not cheap, but it's my preferred software. StreamYard is free. Well, you can stream for free. But I'm looking at my stream right now on a 50-inch monitor. I love it. Colors are bright. I love it. So I'd rather pay $40 a month, don't tell nobody, to use this service. It's so much you can do. It's Mac only, so you got to have a Mac. But everything that you see on the screen is mostly done right there within the program. Except, the graphics I use a couple of other apps to do. But yeah. So yeah, Ronnie, it looks better than StreamYard, of course. And you can jump from scene to scene. And if you realize I just switched scene. This is a different scene. This is the scene that has my coaching ads and my subscribe and stuff. Yeah. So ask me a question, guys. A matter of fact, if you don't have a question, tell me. Let's take a vote. Let's take a vote for indeed. It is. Thank you. It is. What a topic that you guys would like me to do a next live on? I'm preparing to do 2 videos a week, and then 1 live. We used to do 2 lives a week, but I think we're going to 1 live a week for now. But send me a topic. Send me a topic or a couple of topics that you guys would like to see me discuss next in my next live, or even video, or even in my next. Go ahead, Roundtree. You're my man. How to actually discipline yourself to actually sit down and work. I find it hard to tell myself, okay, Ronnie, it's time to put this work in. Yes. The first thing to do, Ronnie, is to create structure. Structure determines behavior. Write that down, Ronnie. I know you're my guy. You always write down. By the way, Ronnie is my current coaching client for over almost 2 years now. I have a lot of respect for him. He just released a course on Thinkific. A lot of progress. He now has a relationship, a beautiful young girl who cooks and clean. She cooks and cleans. She's been cooking and cleaning, right? So a lot of progress. I mean, we're talking about coming from a young man who would be at the club on the weekend with a lot of friends, blowing money. With the friends, of course, he has money, so lots of friends were around. PMON to fast forward, no friends, no clubbing, no alcohol in months. A girlfriend cooking and cleaning at home, supporting him, and business going. This is the success we want to see. This is the progress we want to see. So the name Ronnie there, this is whose story I just told you in brief. No, that's French. In brief. Bref is French. So, yes. And so structure determines behavior. Write that in our note, in our note on in the app. Structure determines behavior. The structure of a house determines your behavior in how you get to the house. The front door, there is a front door and there is a back door. Unless you are the owner of the house and you live in the house, you can't come to the house from the back door. You'll probably get shot or they'll call the police on you. Why? Because of structure. The structure of a house is the front door is where strangers and people who don't live there come. And that's one level. The second level is the structure of the house says how to get in the house. The front door. There are some houses where the way you get in the house is through the back door, actually. I've been to houses in America where the front door, the one that would be supposedly the front door, is actually a beautiful thing. And it's impractical to get to the house from the front door. Usually it sits on a hill. And so the back door with the garage is the main way to get in the house, even for a guest. But nonetheless, the structure of the house determines your behavior. And so what is your behavior right now? The behavior is according to the structure that you have, which could be no structure, right? According to work. Set a schedule to do work. Establish a structure and set alarms. Set several alarms. Determine a structure. Establish a structure. I've told you that before during our coaching sessions, I think last year. Put yourself on a schedule. Yeah, you work for yourself, but you have to have a schedule. What is your schedule? 9 to 5? 10 to 2? 8 to 2? 8 to 1? 8 to 12? I think 8 to 12 is a great schedule for you, knowing your particular situation. Set yourself a structure. Put yourself into a structure. Create a schedule for yourself just as you would create a schedule for an employee. And so, you know you have to wake up at 7:30, do a little meditation, or if your girl makes you some breakfast, or what is it you need to do to get you to wake up fully, eat some fruits, do some stretches, a little bit of yoga if you do that. I don't remember. And then sit down at 8 o'clock to do work. After 2 hours, give yourself a 20-minute break. Get back to work. You're looking forward to 12 o'clock to stop. That's your schedule. That's your work. And then you create to-do lists and plans according to your schedule, according to whether it's 6 hours you work or 5 hours you work. Establish a structure. And then the way you really force yourself to wake up is by setting several alarms. I'm telling you. I mean, several alarms. Even for my running, I run, well, my current running schedule is Tuesday and Saturday. So I set me 2 alarms. One to wake me up, and if for some reason I didn't really get up, another one is gonna go off in 15 minutes. You have to do that. Remember, we are animals at the core. We are vagabonds at the core. At the core, we don't want to do shit. At the core, human beings don't want to accomplish nothing. At the core, we are like the animals. You know, the animals only do the 4 F's. We are like the animals, and we operate primarily on the 4 F's. You know what the 4 F's are? Fighting, fleeing, fuck, fighting, fleeing, fuck, and feed. Yes, that's what we like the animals. That's what we want to do. What do the animals do? They fight, they flee the scene, like they don't want to fight because the other animal is bigger. They don't want to fight, so they flee. They feed themselves, and then they fuck. At the core, that's what human beings are. We don't want to do shit. And that's exactly what explains ghettos, what explains slums, what explains underdeveloped areas in every country. My country, America, every country in the world. That's exactly what creates it. People get up, they fight, or they flee from the scene, they feed themselves, and then they fuck. And then they defecate too. So you have to create a certain structure, a certain discipline for yourself, something that forces itself upon you. In fact, I'm sure you've heard that self-discipline is greater than knowledge. Self-discipline is greater than talent. Self-discipline is greater than gifts. I'm sure you've heard rappers who didn't know how to rap. They set themselves on the discipline and then they learn how to rap. Just like anything else, coding, businesses, people have set themselves down, set a structure, discipline themselves, and learn. So that's how you get yourself to move to the work. You create a structure. Get me on our next call. We'll talk about that on our next call. John Roundtree, yes, you did have a question, my man, my brother. So it's been 53 days ago since last relapse. So that means you've been returning for 50. No, I'm sorry, no, because you're not, you can't get back on track. So okay. So since 53 days ago, you've been basically relapsing sporadically, so to speak, right? And the question is, and then it was 126 days before that. All right, so although you didn't ask me a question, Roundtree, but I think I understand how to get back on track, right? How to get back on track. It's a good question. It's a good question. Really, what prevents you to get back on track is experiencing the pain of having it. Okay, you know how when you first started SR, it was painful, painful to hold the energy, painful to resist the urges. It felt like you were detaching yourself from a world of pleasure and good things, and now you're venturing into this world of unknown and darkness, right? That's how it felt, right? It wasn't true, but that's how it felt. And it was a state of instability, uncertainty. Your body went through different experiences. Your mind went through different experiences. That state of discomfort, unfortunately, after a moment of sporadic relapses, you're going to have to go through that again. And then there is a part of you that resents that. There is a part of you that resents having to do that again, because you did do that once. Look into you. You're going to realize there is a part of you that feels confusing. It feels uncomfortable. It feels resentful of the fact that you have to put that same amount of work in to get back on track. And so that part of you makes you angry, if you get angry, but you would tend to be at the fact that you relapsed instead of putting that energy towards feeling the pain, feeling the discomfort, feeling the drudgery, and continuing. Does that make sense? If you look into your experience, you will realize what I'm saying has some truth to it for you also in your experience. You could feel the pain of you're not starting over, of continuing. But your subconscious mind knew the pain that it felt when you were first starting that journey. And now that you're back busting, we're back home, baby. We're back enjoying dopamine releases. We are back feeling, whoo-hoo, we just scored a big, we just fucked some bitches. We're just back to that wonderful experience. And now having to discipline yourself day in and day out and staying and basically doing the same early practices, taking a shower, working out, meditating, doing breathing exercises, practicing mindfulness, having to do those things all over again is what your subconscious mind resents right now. I'm going to give you one key idea. Feel the drudgery, feel the pain, see if you can stick with it to get past, let's say, 10 days, because it's going to get better by 7 days. It won't be as much pain. It won't be as much discomfort. And Roundtree, I'm willing to give you a free session. So find my email me, and then I give you my number then in the email, and we can have a free session. I'm willing to spend some time with you on the phone. You've been one of my regulars. I often do that. So I'm willing to spend an hour or whatever, 30 minutes, an hour with you on the phone, discussing certain techniques and principles, and even you being able to shoot me a text and telling me what you're experiencing in the moment, and I'll be able to give you guidance and stuff like that. So find my email and email me. Of course, if your email has a different name, just let me know, hey, this is John Roundtree. I'll know who you are, and then we'll take it from there. So we have to get you back on track. And also, it's just going to be a free session and free. I won't be pitching you anything. I don't do that. If you want to sign up for coaching, you decide to do that. It's just, I want to see my brothers get well. I want to see my brothers on a good streak. I want to see my brothers elevate. And I do pay back. If you're always here with me, I pay back. You're not the first guy that I'm doing it for. I've done it for several guys. Right here live. I'll be like, find my email me. I give you a free session. And some of them end up with more than just a free session. So I'm willing to do that. And let me know if any of what I just said resonates with you. Remember, semen retention and PMO recovery is really more about acquiring new perspectives, clarifying confusion and illusion than it is about doing anything else. I repeat, PMO recovery and SR is more about gaining new perspectives, new understanding over and over again, over and over infinitely, so you understand what's going on, so that you clear nuances, illusion, and confusion. Because once you're clear on one item, you're like, oh, okay. So next time when this happens, I'm gonna do that, and then the results might be da. Okay, and with enough time, you can master that particular area. And over a long period of time, you have mastered many small particular areas, and before you know it, you're over here. That's all it is. Guys, like the video, like the lives. If you're coming in, this is David Hughes for Men Superpower. We are all about personal masculine power. We are all about masculine excellence, and we believe that the way for a man to level up, the way for a man to succeed in this world is through sexual discipline, namely no-fap and the practice of semen retention, and eventually the practice of sex energy transmutation. So if you're here for the first time, you are at the right place at the right time. Stay here. Ronnie, my woman works from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. so I can possibly, ha. There we go. That's what you do, my man. Man, wow, yes. Don't stay in bed while she's gone. While that beauty is out there making that money, you work also. So when she gets back home, guess what? You both will have already done your work for the day. And so you don't have to cheat yourself or cheat her by using some of the time that's left for you guys to spend together to do some work. It'll be very difficult to do that. So your schedule is her schedule, or her schedule becomes your schedule. You borrow that schedule and you work within that schedule as well. I guarantee what's going to happen, Ronnie, is when she gets home, you're going to be more excited. You're going to feel more alive because you will have gotten some work done, some money made while she was out. So by the time she comes to the door, you might just grab her from the door like, tear that pants up and, whatever you do to her, So I would, that's in my raw masculine power. If a woman opens the door and she comes like, man, you push her against the wall and tear the clothes off, like, and push your finger somewhere and push your hand somewhere and push your tongue in somewhere. That's what women love, actually. That's what women like. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled that they don't like that. That's what women live for. Women live for that kind of masculine treatment. Okay? It's an aphrodisiac. She will be obsessed, infatuated to you. Anyway. David, no, this is too much game. This is too much game. Mike Smith, what up? It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Got a question? Send a question, my brother. Roundtree with, yeah. All right, cool. Mike Smith, it's good to see you. Vocable NX 2.0. What up, man? You catch me. There you go. My man, Vocable NX 2.0. Good to see you, man. I am back, so you're back too. Welcome back. Like the live so that YouTube can recommend it to other guys. Believe it or not, my channel has been quietly growing. I've been getting subscribers. I've been dropping links on Reddit too. I'm on Reddit on the different semen retention subreddits. I'm not on nofap subreddit. I'm on the SR subreddits. So if a guy asks a question and I think a video of mine can help, I drop a link and other guys follow it and I get a few subscribers that way. So this work is important. I've got nothing but positive comments and words from men. So this is what I'm here to tell you. Get on sex energy transmutation. Take the resources, take the benefits of SR and transmute them to create something worthy in your life, something ideal, something that someone can look at and say, great job. Not that you need it, but they will feel compelled to say that. Something that you also can think about and feel like, I feel good. I feel proud of myself for doing that. I feel proud of myself for accomplishing that. I am grateful for being where I am. I am grateful for having the opportunity to do this. Because at one point in time in the past, I couldn't have done this. But here I am now. Yes, it does. Oh yeah. In fact, I think that's probably one of the struggles for a guy on SR who does not understand that, is that inevitably people whose energies are a mismatch for yours will fall off. And that includes, oh, I'm sorry, here it is. That includes your girlfriend. That includes the current women you're pursuing. Oh. That includes your siblings also. Oh, my bad. That includes sometimes your parents. Now, you're not going to abandon nobody. Well, not your parents. You're not going to abandon your siblings. It simply means you're just going to create a particular life for yourself where you have less regular involvement with them. That's what it means. Because your energy and their energy are a mismatch. But friends, oh yeah, you're going to lose friends. Yeah, because you're going to pick up stuff. You're going to see motives. Oh my God. You're going to be in your car or at your house, and a thought will come, bam, so-and-so is doing this. And I guarantee you they're doing it. So-and-so is thinking this. So-and-so is up to this. So-and-so has the intention of doing this. Or you will have a dream and it will be true. I guarantee you, bro. It has happened many times. I've caught women I was dating. It's just a flash. It's just a thought, a flash. Oh, she's not at work. She called out of work, but she acted like she went to work, but she's actually not at work. And she's not home either. As I was driving home, I'm driving home and I turn the corner, the last corner to get home, and then it hits me. Pew! She's not home. She called out of work. She's not at work either. She's somewhere out there in the world. She's going to spend the night somewhere in the world. And I called her later on. She didn't pick up, and she texted, well, you haven't been calling me at work. Why are you calling tonight? I'm like, the universe has given me the 411. That's why I'm calling tonight. I know what's going on. That's why I'm calling. Then she called me FaceTime. Well, I'm just here by my friend. She has a basement. I'm in the basement spending some time because I'm stressed at the house and I didn't feel like being at work. I'm like, oh, well, I'm not asking you nothing. I didn't ask you nothing. You just pick up that, okay, does he know something? I didn't ask nothing. You haven't FaceTimed me in a long time. Yes, you will pick up energies. You will understand. People will disintegrate and be willing to let them go. Now, I've heard of the 369 manifestation technique. I saw that on IG. It was an ad, and I did click on it. I think it's some kind of book that they have that, I don't know, has 369 techniques or ideas for manifestation daily. I think it's some sort of journal or planner, whatever it might be. But I think the 369 manifestation technique, it's a specific technique that somebody out there has created. And that's not quite what I'm referring to, like their own thing, but I'm talking about manifestation all together. Manifestation meaning that your energy is right, your mind is focused, you feel good in your body, you feel joyful, and you feel inspired, and then an idea drops in your mind. You take that idea, you write it down, you spend some time clarifying it, meditating upon it, and then ask the universe, what steps should you take next? And as you start walking towards the fulfillment of it, as you start taking steps, other doors are open. Each time you get to one accomplishment, other doors are open, people come into your life, and then that manifestation begins to become real and real and real until you accomplish that particular thing. This is the general manifestation, law of vibration, law of attraction, idea of philosophy or reality. Actually, I think it's a reality more than it's a philosophy, because you're always manifesting. So that's what I'm talking about. It's a general manifestation philosophy more than the 369 manifestation technique. I think that belongs to a company, to someone, or whatever that is. I have not looked into that particular. I think you can further inquire of that. But you are always manifesting. Remember that. Whatever that comes in your life, you attracted it. Whoever comes into your life, you attract it. And the only thing we're doing here is educating your mind as to where it can stop manifesting negative things and attracting negative people, where now it starts attracting better people, better circumstances, better situations, according to the quality of thoughts and inspirations that you receive and maintain. You're talking about the playlist that I sent you, or the track that I sent you? Ask me another question, guys. If you are new here, subscribe. If you are new here, subscribe. If you want to work one-on-one with me, check a link in the description box for Patreon. Check a Patreon link and check out my tiers. They're all one-on-one tiers. We can work together, share some good techniques and ideas with you that will help you to level up your life, that will help you to have that self-confidence, that clarity of mind, and find your purpose too. I have a tier. The highest tier there includes life purpose, and include discovering your life purpose and begin to take steps towards living that life purpose. So check that, and we can work together. I'm dropping a link right now. You guys can follow it. Hopefully it turns into a hyperlink. Maybe not. I'm missing something. HTTP:// Okay, there we go. There we go. Try this one. Or you can always find the link in the description box below. What's the last question that we received? Oh, okay. Yeah, that one. Vocable Ernex. What does it say? After semen retention, I see changes in my mind. I can remember a lot of more things, of course, in a short period of time. Retain in my memory for 1 or 2 years. What next can I go? So if you were to retain for the next 2 years, you're saying maybe you can rewrite the last part for me. But in general, our memory becomes more robust on SR. Man, I remember things when I was 6 years old. I've been able to recover a lot of memories. And then not only recovering them, they actually feel like they're present right here with me. And by the way, do you know that's how women experience life? That's why once you've had a bad experience with a woman, it's hard for you to recover with her because their experiences are forever present with them. So on SR, your memories feel present. It feels like the 10-year-old me on the block is still right here. It feels like that one time, that first girlfriend, or that first time I had sex, or that girl that I wrote a letter to, or that concert that I attended to, or whatever situations that went in my life earlier on feel like they're part of my consciousness. They're right here with me. That's how vivid of a memory we have now on this journey. Send another question, guys. It's good to be back. It's good to link up with you guys. If you are new here, like the video, like the live, share it, send it somewhere, send it to a friend. You know you have a friend who fap. You know you have a friend who's on PMO. You know you have a friend who's struggling still. Help him out. Connect him to some good insights and information. Remember, you are on the journey of self-discovery, the journey of self-love, the journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey. This is the journey you're on. This is a revolution for masculine excellence. Any more questions, guys? One of the puzzling aspects of SR is synchronicity. Whenever I'm on a long streak, SR streak, positive coincidences happen to me which I have no explanations for. I know a man who can provide you with explanations, but he is not available to come on right now. But I know a man who can provide you. He said one of the puzzling aspects of SR is synchronicity. So basically, he's baffled by synchronicity. There's, I don't want to say simple explanation, but there is an explanation for it. And so, positive coincidences happen to me for which I have no explanation for, and I'm going to help you understand. And so, there we go. The man is in the chat. Synchronicity is turning into the realm beyond time. And so, I don't know if you've heard the statement that reality, the universe is mental, and all is energy, and consciousness is the only reality. All those three statements are the same. The universe is mental, consciousness is the only reality. So they're all the same. So what happens is, as your energy increases, as you retain semen, your energy increases. When your energy increases, you become a more potent participant and creator in the energy field that the universe is. Pay attention. When your energy is low, you are dense. You're like a stone or a rock. You can't move. You ain't going nowhere unless they move you, you're not moving. That's exactly what happened on PMO. You stay in bed, you become lethargic. That means your energy is dense. Your energy is low. On the scale of consciousness, your energy is low. So you're like a rock. You can't move, right? But as you retain more semen and your energy increases, you become more fluid. You become lighter. You become more motive. That means you can move around. So your energy now can go out there and affect other energies. It can tap into the ether and causes attraction according to its likeness. That's the law of attraction. Like attracts like. So if you're feeling positive, you're feeling wonderful, you're feeling elevated, well, what are some of the things that you might attract? A beautiful woman, a beautiful car, somebody who gives you some money, a check in the mail, a leftover money that you never thought you had, an offer, a promotion at work, somebody helping you to connect you with someone. Now you have a way to move forward with your project, because that's the energy that you are emitting. That's the energy that you are putting out there in the ether. That's how you are touching the ether. So remember now, as you live your daily life, there are people and situations that are on that high level waiting that you couldn't tap into. But those people are there. They're out there with their high energies. They were waiting for you to get into that place. And once you get into that place now, all of a sudden, your energy and their energy come onto the same wavelength. And before you know it, you turn that corner and there he is. There she is. You make that phone call. You land on the right customer service person who's going to help you resolve that issue. When your energy was not high, you always called that company and ended up talking to a nasty customer service agent. But this one particular day, you land on the right customer service person. You understand? You get pulled over by a cop. That day you get pulled over by the right cop, the one with great attitude, and you just say, sir, listen, man, look, I can't get a speeding ticket right now. That's gonna fuck my life up right now. And it happened to me recently. I told them straight up, white man, I said, look, man, if I get a speeding ticket right now, I just got a commercial license, that's gonna fuck me up. Look, man, I always drive the speed limit, but right now, I'm in a bad situation. He said, well, it doesn't take 1 year with COVID-19 to go on your ticket, on your license. I'm like, yeah, but it's just, I cannot have it. He said, give me a minute. Went to his car, checked my license, everything is good. He came back, he just handed me my license. He said, have a great day. Bro, I have nothing to give credit to but a long SR streak of this journey. So the explanation that you don't have, you can understand it because it's an energy work. It's a consciousness work. It's an esoteric work. It's an esoteric phenomenon. That's what I mean. It's an esoteric phenomenon. It requires you to tap into the mysteries, into the spiritual mysteries to understand. For example, we've been on SR, where we've been on the subreddit, SR subreddit, where guys say, man, as soon as I relapse, my girlfriend got angry at me. She won't pick up my phone call. She won't return my phone call. Nothing else in my life changed but relapsing. Guys, I go to work now. My coworkers don't want to help me. And the only thing that changed in my life was I relapsed last night. Nothing else changed. It's an esoteric phenomenon. It's a spiritual phenomenon. Yeah, that's my man right there. SR enhances self-knowledge and creativity through your real self, real connection. He says, thank you, NB. Yeah, we've studied from the same school. So that's why I said I know someone who can provide you with he's becoming a master of this kind of area. He's becoming an expert in this area of esoteric sciences. So I like to defer things like that to him. Sent me another question. That was a good question. That was a good remark. Emmy, that was a good remark. And every guy who's been on a long streak know that the universe walks with you, man. You know how Kanye West makes that song, Jesus Walks With Me? I'm telling you, when you're on a long streak, Jesus walks with you. No evil formed, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. No evil sent your way shall manifest. Some guys have even gone as far as saying, on a long SR streak, you have become God. Yes, you have become a God on a long streak of SR. The universe responds to you, man. Environments respond to you, man. People respond to you, man. You pick up vibe. You pick up what's going on out there. And so this is how you manifest. On a long streak, when you get an idea, an inspiration, you write it down and you begin to walk towards it. Small, one step at a time, slowly but surely. And as you maintain the streak, you get more inspiration and you take action on the inspiration that you get. This is how things come to manifest. This is how I've started this channel, Patreon, and whatever else in my life. Maintain a good streak, In fact, that's one of the things that I teach. I have videos where I talk about, well, I answer the question. So guys often ask, how long do I need to retain for? And I would say, I can't tell you how long you need to retain for in terms of number of days, but I can tell you how long you need to retain for in terms of manifestation. Retain for as long as you need to feel strong, powerful, present, magnetic, in control, emotionally stable, psychologically anchored, where now you can hold your thoughts on one thing, where you can work on one project, where you can do deep research and deep work. Hold for to that point and get something done. And maybe you can enjoy a little bit of pleasure, not PMO, with a woman, and then continue another streak. That might be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. It depends. It's your personal. You have to become a student of your own development. You have to become the scientist of your own journey. One more question, guys. We are at 1 hour and 40 minutes. We want to stream for 1 hour and 30 minutes at a time and no more than 2 hours. So I think we're probably going for 2 hours. That means we have 20 minutes. Like, subscribe, share. Yes, let's go. You are a king. I am a king.
I am a king. I see myself as a king. I am the king of my reality. I am an alpha male. I am worthy of success. People respect me. My confidence is rock solid. My true nature is uttermost excellence. Self-confidence is what I thrive off. I conquer any obstacle in my way. I am strong and powerful. I am determined. I rule over my thoughts and actions at all times. I always get it done. I always get the job done. I am a winner. I give energy to my goals and believe in the attainment of them. I choose high energy and affirm my success in life. I am driven to achieve the excellence I earn. I have limitless potential. I walk the streets like a beast. Success is mine and I am certain of it. Others see me as powerful and self-assured. My voice is powerful and I speak with authority. My core personality is of confidence.
Another thing that still puzzles me is that old friends, there we go, envy, old friends, ex-girlfriends contacting me out of the blue when I'm on a long streak. Dude, this is common on this journey. This is common. And the explanation that we gave you is the same explanation. Yes, sir. They sniff Women can sniff out your energy. Old friends can see that you're on a new level. That's all it is. They can feel that you're on a new level. They can feel that your energy has gone up. They can feel like you're winning now. They can feel that your self-esteem has gone up. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is, bro. That's all it is. Hang on, 1 quick second. Yeah, so this is the same principle at work here. This is the same principle. They can feel your energy. And so they're coming out of the woodworks. That's what I like to say. I know when my energy is really high, I'm like, oh, they're coming out of the woodworks now. They're coming. So NB, what's your explanation to help this brother understand the phenomenon that he's been experiencing?
It's basically the same thing I just put in the chat. When you think about it, everything we do in our technology is somehow copying something in nature. We copy the way an animal moves, or the way the body converts one thing into another in chemistry, or the way the sun's energy transmits to something else. Everything we make is a copy of nature. And I've talked about this the last time. It's one thing right now. We're at the precipice of rediscovering. I say rediscovering because this knowledge goes in and out of mass consciousness, and that is of the energetic effects, non-local energetic effects. The physicists call it quantum physics, or they call it quantum entanglement, but it's about how energy and information is transmitted at a distance. And we can see that we have a example in our technology of Wi-Fi. And so that's showing you at a human level, or at a human mechanical level, that we can transmit information and energy across long distances almost instantaneously, almost at the speed of light. Because Wi-Fi and electricity and radio signals, which is what Wi-Fi is, radio is it's a form of light. People don't realize that the light you see, infrared, X-ray, and radio is all one thing. It's just different frequencies. Radio is a frequency you can't see, but it's still there. Everything, scientists know that every atom in this universe is constantly giving off light and all types of energy. But for some reason, they stop short of saying that the human body and the human mind are also doing the same thing. So we have an example that we have made with our hands, but for some reason we can't make the jump and say, okay, we're transmitting information and energy through Wi-Fi, and actually literally we can transmit energy too through Wi-Fi or wirelessly without wires. But for some reason we the prevailing thought is that our minds and our bodies are not doing the same thing. But you know, 100 years ago we weren't using electricity, so there's still so much that science is yet to tap into. I mean,
So-
100 years from now, maybe the scientists will finally catch up to that, but a lot of cultures have already known that this phenomenon exists. So you're broadcasting a signal at all times.
Mm-hmm.
It's just everything in nature is constantly radiating energy.
So what is he broadcasting on a long SR streak that allows his old friends and ex-girlfriends to tap back into him? Because I know it has happened to you and
Yeah.
me and the rest of us. They come out of the woodworks all of a sudden.
well, I think it's
They can,
the density of the energy. It's the
Yes.
power of the energy. Because if it's at low power,
it radiates further.
yeah, it's stronger. It's a
Yes.
stronger signal. So
Yes.
we're constantly getting many signals.
Right.
Let's say if there was 50 people or 60 people in your life, the one that radiates the strongest is going to snuff out
The rest of
the
them.
ones that are weaker. It's almost like somebody walks in a room and they have that presence.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're going to notice them above everyone else.
Right.
It's also the density of nutrients. We've talked about that before. Anything that it's energy density. So having a high density of nutrients, which your literal semen has, exercise, which is work, which is energy. I'm talking about this from a physics point of view. Wherever there's a high concentration of powerful energy, is going to be felt more than the lower levels. I mean, and we all know. There's so much. There's so much that we're not supposed to talk about in our society. But you know, people talk about how women are sensitive to emotions and everything, but that goes deeper. They're highly sensitive to changes in energy around them. Right. And you know, just ask yourself, how deep does that go? Does that go across? You know, we joke about it, and they always talk about, oh, a vibe, or I felt a hint, or I just, you know. Sometimes they can get overly emotional and all that stuff, but there's a positive side to that, which is heightened energy sensitivity. We each have our strengths and weaknesses as male and female, and that's one of their little superpowers. They feel things a lot more, and I think as we develop ourselves as men, we tap into our powers of creativity and leadership, etc. And women, you know, when they're into their feminine power, they can tune into energies a lot more quickly because they're sensitive.
Someone says your Wi-Fi analogy has hit home, I think.
Yeah. Remember
Right.
that, man. No matter how much we try to cover it up, every idea we come up with as humans, we steal it from nature. So they got it from nature. And it sounds conspiratorial, but I don't think either people aren't ready to understand it or the information is being held back. But there's a lot more going on in nature than we realize. I mean, we didn't even know details about DNA until, you know, the 20th century. Who would have known about DNA, epigenetics, nuclear energy? We just keep finding out more cool stuff. And this cool thing is extremely empowering because then people's minds start opening up to healing, talking to each other with their minds. Who knows how far this thing goes, but it would be very empowering. Think just as an experiment, imagine if it were true, what would that really mean for the world if people knew that and could tap into it? I think it's an interesting thought experiment.
And so, Amy, this experience that you're having is not just your experience. It's all of us on this journey experience. We have all experienced this. Yes, we have all experienced this, where I know for a fact we're to the point now when my energy is high, I know what's about to happen. And I'm gonna get a text message, I'm gonna get a phone call, and I know who it's finna be. I know who it's gonna be. I'm telling you, I now have this template. I know who it's going to be. I know who it's going to be. So this is It's all of our experience, bro. That Wi-Fi explanation, he says, has helped him a lot. So send another question, guys. We are winding down. Send another question, guys. I know science is yet to explain this, but are there any books written in the past about something close to these phenomena? Oh, that's for you, NB. You know you got that. Yeah, we have lots of books, right? You can refer to him. Oh. Your own, NB.
I don't know the exact book. I was just listening. Somebody put 369 manifestation in here. It says
Technique.
vocable learning.
Right.
I remember hearing a quote by Tesla saying if you can unlock the numbers 369, it's some key to the universe. But those are actually very etheric numbers too, because number 3 is a union of male and female, and so is 6 and 9. All numbers that are octaves of 3 represent the union of 1 and 2, which is male and female. So I don't know what exactly he means by 3, 6, and 9, but I know Tesla has some quote about those numbers, and I don't know where that goes to. But
Right.
that's the side point. Tesla talks a lot about the ether. There were a lot more scientists talking about ether at the turn of the century. Then Einstein, his crew came out and snuffed out the ether, people who had the theory on ether, as the same way they snuffed out Nikola Tesla and stole his ideas and everything, in the same way that the federal government took all his work after he died. But he did it. He was actually one of the major people that came 20 years ago, and we had electric cars too. I'll be about the year 1900. But Nikola Tesla is the main one that I know of. That's from a scientific perspective.
That's what I was about to say. Esoteric, and for the we're talking about the spiritual perspective of it, right? Neville Goddard, I'm gonna write it there for you. Also, you can tap into even an author as recent as Dr. Wayne Dyer. Dr. Wayne Dyer has a book called Change Your Thoughts and Change Your Life. Yes. Dr. Wayne Dyer has a book called Change Your Thoughts and Change Your Life. So you can check that out. You can also look up this author, William Atkinson Walker. This is the guy that's presumably written the Kabbalion under the pen name The Four Initiates. So go ahead, Nick. You're still live, Nick. You're still connected. If you want to say something.
I would suggest Googling Nikola Tesla ether, and you'll get arguments on both sides. One interesting thing too, scientists have always been trying to look for what's called a unified theory.
True.
And it's because when they describe the heavens, they use gravity. When they describe small things, they use like nuclear physics and electricity. But they haven't been able to unify both of those theories, because I mean it's one universe, so you should be able to unify everything that's going on in outer space and everything that's going on at a molecular level in the body, etc. The ether theory is coming back because it explains a lot more and it can unify all energy sources under one kind of universal energy, which is something that physicists have been searching for. So yeah, look up Tesla, ether, and see where that takes you. And Neville Goddard, William Atkinson, like Dave said, Wayne Dyer, and check out Greg Braden. He talks about it a lot.
All right, one more question, guy. We are at the 2-hour mark. We can do 10 more minutes if you have a question. We can do 10 more minutes. Hopefully you have a couple of more questions. You are on Men's Superpower. David Hughes, the king, and NB, the king, on those monitors in the back. Who knows what he's doing, but he's doing great things on those monitors. And he says extremely helpful resources. Yes, indeed. That's what we're here for, bro. Yeah, that's what we're here for. If you just tune in, like this video, share it. You know someone who needs semen retention. You know a man who needs to be on semen retention. You know a man who needs to tune into this kind of conversation, because you see, we don't only talk about, bro, retain your semen so you can feel good, so you can chase women. I have not made a video and will not make a video on female attraction only as it relates to semen retention. Now, I will talk about it as a byproduct. I often say my belief is that semen is too precious, that the main focus we would have, well, the benefits of semen retention are too precious that the main focus we would have on it would be female attraction, so that we can attract women. I think that's a disservice. I'm not gonna say disgrace, but it's actually a disservice, because there are much greater things we can accomplish in this life, when we use the benefits we have received from semen retention and apply them towards worthy ideals, worthy goals, and pursue them. Okay? So we believe in personal power, masculine excellence, and we believe the way to level up, for a man to level up, the way for a man to achieve masculine excellence is through sexual discipline, namely no-fap, not ejaculating all the time, practicing semen retention, and eventually practicing sex energy transmutation. That is taking all the great benefits of SR, putting them towards accomplishing a worthy ideal, a worthy dream, and worthy goals. So we got interrupted and the stream resumed. I think we have 4 guys still on. No, it's off. Yeah. We some guys are still on there. Nothing. It's just there. I think they're thinking that. I think it was buffering. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was buffering and it got reconnected. So we're still here. Yeah, 6 guys now. Send some more questions, guys. You're on. Your mic is on now, NB. Send some more questions. I thought the stream got disconnected. It did, but somehow it got reconnected. But But it was 2 hours, so if you guys have any more questions, we'll answer a few. If not, we will actually go ahead and end the stream altogether. If you are new here, this is David King from Men Superpower TV.
I have a question for you guys in the chat. Whoever's left.
All right, hang on a second.
Oh.
All right, there you go.
I have a question for you guys in the chat. What are the main things that you're noticing in your life? You know, some people are getting people calling them from all over the place, or extra boost in the gym. But put in the chat, what have you, what big things have been happening in your life?
In terms of
or small things, but did
synchronicity,
you sense that it's connected to your SR?
That's a good question. What's the biggest synchronicity or significant synchronicity you have had since you've started SR? What is significant synchronicity or attraction you have had on SR? Something that blew your mind up. I know I've had a ton, so I can't even remember one particular. But yeah, there's so many. Who's here? We have 8 guys. Like the live and share it. Now, guys, just so you know, for context here, we've been on 2+ hours. The live got disconnected, and while I thought it was done, I just left it alone. It got reconnected by itself again. So that's why we're still on. But we are basically towards the end of the live. So today we talked about manifestation. We talked about what the next step is from SR. What do we do from this point on? Now that we've been on SR, now that we have experienced these benefits, where do we go from here? What do we do? And we have said that Sex Energy Transmutation is the next step. Applying what you've learned, applying the benefits of SR towards a worthy ideal, towards a worthy goal, is the next step. I've always said, and I repeat, that SR is a tool that must be put to work. And so there you have it. I'll see you in another live. It's been 2 hours and some minutes. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Remember, this is Men Superpower. You are a king. And stay in your kingdom. God needs to be reawakened within man. He was born with power and wisdom, with a powerful spirit, and fears no one. But his uncontrolled desire for pleasure got the best of him.
And the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. You changed.
But I'm the best ever.
Welcome to Man's Superpower. Feel your power, bro.